All right, so I haven't been on for a little while. I've been wanting to do videos, but I went to chemotherapy on Monday. So today's today is I don't know, today's Friday, maybe sixth or seventh. So I went on Monday, and this time it really kicked my ass. I haven't um, I haven't been out of bed for a couple days. It's the first time that I've gotten out of bed. Uh, Usually I just get up, take a shower, and I'll go back to bed and I'll sleep the whole day. My body's been hurting a lot, so my legs, my bones and my legs, they hurt. The tips of my toes, they're always like feeling like they're on pins and needles. Like when your leg falls asleep and you're starting to get your feeling back, but it stays like that. Same thing with my hands, my fingertips are the same way. My thumb stays like that no matter what. It's always like that, just right here on the tip. Uh, I take some medicine that's supposed to help, but it doesn't do shit. It just makes me even more tired. So today I got up and I didn't take the medicine for the neuropathy, because that's what that's called, neuropathy. So I didn't take the medicine for that today. So maybe that's the reason why I was able to really get up and get out of the house. So I took my wife coffee this morning and I went to the market, came home, decided that I wanted to do this video. So that's what's going on with the chemotherapy. Hopefully by next week sometime, or by the end of the weekend, I'll feel a lot better, because the stuff that they're pumping inside me on Mondays, it's a chemotherapy and immunotherapy. So hopefully that stuff will be out of my system. Should be out by now. It's going away little by little. I can drink cold stuff again, but very, very slowly. If I drink it too fast, my mouth will start to freeze up. It'll feel the same way as my hands and my feet do. So I have to drink it slowly. So it takes me, just to drink this little bit of coffee here, it take me a couple hours just to drink that. But here I need to get my coffee in the morning. Uh, anyways, so hopefully by next week I'll be uh, I'll be a lot better. Monday, Tuesday. I get off my pills, my chemo pills on Friday. I stopped taking them. So I won't be on chemo for the event on Saturday the 15th over at the La Causa event over at West Covina Sportsplex. I won't be on chemotherapy for a whole week, so that gives me that whole week to try to build myself back up again, try to gain some more strength, because even though I'm not as tired as I was yesterday and the day before, where I'm sleeping all the time, I'm still tired, and short of breath all the time now. No appetite really. So anyways, that's that about the chemo. That's what I'm going through right now. I'll do a scan, hopefully in the next week or two. Another PET scan, so they can see what the chemotherapy is doing and the immunotherapy, to see if it's helping, or if it's the cancer still spreading, because it spread before on chemotherapy. So they chose to give me also immunotherapy now. So they'll let me know if the cancer's still spreading, or if it's holding it off, killing the cells. But we'll see. We'll see in a couple weeks. But anyways, the story I want to tell you about today is, it's not really that long, but it happened back in 90. I'm pretty sure it was 93. I just got up to Fresno. I was just up there for a little while, not too long. I was on parole, so I had to do not random drug tests, but I had to go see my parole officer once a month. But I was getting high. I was smoking PCP a lot. I would come down here and get PCP and take it back up there, smoke some, sell some. But I was smoking PCP. My parole officer out there, he only tested me the first time I went and seen him. The first day I went to go see him when I transferred up there, he tested me that day. Other than that, he never tested me again. So I had been out there for a few months already, maybe 6, 7 months, I don't know. But he had never tested me, but and no matter what, I was still, I would still go and buy me some Cerdo from the market, the gelatin, the stuff that makes Jello. Now I was always told to drink Cerdo, that it would help. I don't know if it ever really did. I don't know if it's true or not, but I used to know a lot of people that would drink Cerdo. And you go buy a little box, little blue box. It says Cerdo on it, and all it is just gelatin, like a gelatin. It's really thick, clear shit. It really doesn't have that much of a taste to it, but it's like slime, pretty much. It's like slime. And so what we do is open the packet and suck down one of those packets. Sometimes drink 2 of them. Drink cranberry juice, drink water. You do that a couple hours before you go see the parole officer. And if they drug tested you, I don't know if it came back clean or if it came back contaminated. I don't really even know, because, like I said, he never tested me. I just did it just in case. So I had to go get drug tested. So I got on the bus right there on Blackstone in Sussex. My parole office was down Blackstone, going toward the Tower District area. And but I had to stop at the market. I left early, a couple hours early, so I can go to the market, give me some Cerdo and some cranberry juice and water, so I can drink that while I was on the bus. So I went to the market on Blackstone, and I got my Cerdo and my water and my cranberry juice, and I got into the line to pay. And there was some girl in front of me. She was like my age. She was real nice looking. She was a real nice looking girl, She just looked like a average, chick. She didn't look like a gangbanger or gangster or none of that shit. Like, she's like an average chick. I remember she had overall shorts on and like a little top underneath. So anyways, I'm standing in the line, and she had barely put all her stuff on the belt. And then she put the little barrier thing up, and I put my stuff there, and she saw it. And she turned around, she looked at me, and she's like, "Are you going to get you going to see a parole officer or get drug tested or what?" And I was like, I looked at her, I said, "Yeah." "How do you know?" She said, "I know what's up with the Cerdo." And I said, oh yeah. "I got to go to the parole officer right now." She said, "Oh, you're on parole?" I said, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, where are you from?" I said, "I'm from LA, I'm from Los. I'm a Sureño from LA. And she was like, "Oh, okay." And she told me her name, and I still remember her name. Not her real name. She told me her nickname. And I still remember her name. I'm not going to say what her name was, but I was like, but I didn't think nothing of it. I just thought it was like, a lot of people have nicknames, So anyways, we were talking for a moment. They were scanning all her stuff, and then she's about to pay and leave. So I was like, "Oh, screw it. Let me see if I can get her number." So I told her, "Hey, can I get your number? May I hit you up and we can hang out sometime?" I told her, I'm not. I've been out here not too long, and I don't know a lot of people, but my own family members. So maybe we can kick it sometime, She's like, "Yeah." So she got a pen from the cashier and got a piece of receipt and wrote her phone number down and gave it to me. So I told her, "I'll give you a call later on." So that was that. She left, and I paid for my stuff. I go outside, suck down the Cerdo, drank the cranberry juice, and started drinking the water, waiting on the bus. And then I think it was like an hour had passed by the time I got to the parole office. And one thing about my parole officer, which I'll tell another story about him. His name was Jim Henry. He's the nicest parole officer I ever had. He's the nicest parole officer most people ever had if they were on his caseload. I walk into the office, and he's like, "What's going on, Mike? How's everything going?" I said, "It's good." Like, "You working?" He's like, "No, I'm actively looking for work though." "You on drugs?" "No, I'm not on drugs." "All right, man. I'll see you next month." "All right, cool. Get up and go." That's how it was with this guy. He didn't give me no problems. Just as long as I wasn't fucking up. I mean, they could tell if you're on dope and shit, I wasn't on meth or cocaine or crack, I was smoking PCP, but that doesn't get you all sucked up and shit, and it wasn't like I was doing it on a daily basis. So anyways, I leave and I go back home, get on the bus, go home. And I was kind of, excited to talk to this chick and see if I could hang out with her, So I gave her a call when I got home. And I just said, hey, check it out. Like I told you, I don't know nobody out here. And besides my family members. And just want to see if you want to hang out. Maybe we can hang out tonight, And I'll be honest with you, I don't have a car. I'm on parole. I'm not working right now. I'm trying to find a job. But, we can go hang out somewhere, I think I had a little bit of cash on me, from, selling PCP and shit, So I was just telling her, like, I don't have a ride, though. If you could pick me up, it'd be cool. We can go hang out, go to the movies. We could do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. So, she was like, cool. And this is before I had I mean, there was cell phones out, but they were way too expensive. I didn't have a cell phone. She didn't have a cell phone. People had pagers at the time, but I didn't have no fucking cell phone. So I was calling her from my uncle's house. So she was like, yeah, where do you live at? I gave her the address. I said, hey, there's a gate where people can walk in. Pedestrians can walk in. Just park in front of that gate at 8 o'clock. I'll come out. So she's like, okay, cool. I'll pick you up at 8 o'clock. So, all right, cool. So I hung up with her. And I was excited, I was excited to go hang out with somebody, to hang out with some chick, And so I was telling my uncle and my cousin about it. Well, when I talked to her on the phone, it was probably about, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was walking through the parking lot after that. Later on, I'd say maybe about 5 o'clock. Maybe at 5 o'clock, I was walking through the parking lot of the complex. And there was this dude that used to come to the complex. He knew some other guys that lived there. And he was from Fresno Bulldogs. But he knew me. We were cool. We were friends with each other. And, he sees me and he says, hey, he's like, hey, Big Mike, come here real quick. So I came, shook his hand there, and he was like, what's going on, bro? And he says, hey, did you meet some fucking girl at the market today? And I said, yeah. Yo, we're on Blackstone. I was one of the profs. Wow, what's going on? He said, check it out, bro. I just came from my homeboy's house right now. And I was hanging out there all morning. He goes, and that chick came over there. He goes, she's from my neighborhood. She's from the Bulldogs. And she's with the shit, you know what I mean? She's a street chick, man. She's not, don't let her looks fool you, man, She's down with her shit, dude. And she came over there. And she started telling me and the homeboys that she met. She said, this is what she said. She said she was at the market and she met some scrap from LA that's on parole out here. And that she gave you her number and you called her and she's supposed to pick you up tonight at 8 o'clock. And I was like, yeah, that's true. He's like, check it out, don't go with her. I was like, what's up, man? He said, because my homeboys that were there, they told her they're gonna follow her to pick you up, and that when she picks you up to take you out toward the field, and they were gonna kill you out there. So don't go with her, she's setting you up. He goes, yeah, she's from my neighborhood, those are my homeboys, but that doesn't matter to me. If they want to do something to you, they do it to you on their own, not like that. I'm not gonna be any part of that shit. I think that shit's wrong, that they're gonna set you up that way. They want to catch you on their own, but not like that. You have no chance. They're gonna kill you if you go there. He's like, just don't go with her, man. She's no good. She's no good. I'm telling you. So I said, all right, man. I shook his hand. I said, I appreciate you telling me that, man. I appreciate it. I said, I'm glad I ran into you, because if I didn't run into you, I don't know what the fuck happened to me tonight, because I didn't have no gun, So, anyway, like I said, we shook hands. He took off walking. I say it was about 7:50 that night. I went to my cousin's apartment. His apartment faced the street, was on the street right there, and that pedestrian gate was maybe like 20 feet down. His back patio was dark, so I could sit out there, and there was bushes that lined it in the inside. They weren't thick bushes, but they were thick enough where I could see out there. And since it was so dark inside since the porch light would be off, you couldn't really see anybody in there. So I went out there. About 7:50, and I was out there smoking a cigarette. And I'm watching. I'm looking kind of like down the street, both sides, waiting to see what happens. And it's almost 8 o'clock, and I see from down on my left side down the street, I see a car come around the corner with another car come. 2 cars. The second car parked and turned off the lights. The first car kept going. So I'm watching. And I'm thinking that she's gonna pull right in front of that gate, but she doesn't. She pulls up like right where I'm at, but she can't see me. I can see her. I can see that it's her sitting in the driver's seat. And she's just sitting there, she's looking around, looking back through the mirrors, looking at the gate to see if I'm coming out. So I'm just watching. So I'm just watching. 10 minutes go by. She starts up her car. She makes a U-turn and goes back. She pulls up next to the other car, and I can't hear what they're saying because they're at the corner. I can't hear what they're saying. But that other car turns its lights on, makes a U-turn, gets behind her, and they make a left, and they're gone. And I was like, "Fuck, man, that dude wasn't lying. She was gonna set me up for these guys to fucking kill me, you know." And I was just glad that I ran. It was just fucking fate that I ran into that guy that day. It was fate that I walked out of it was either my cousin or my uncle's apartment and was walking through the parking lot. For me and him to be there at the same time. For him to be able to, tell me what was going on. Because if I didn't see him, if I waited 10 seconds longer, I didn't see him. Or I left 10 seconds earlier, I didn't see him. Them dudes, they would have took me out to the fucking field and killed me. So, yeah, that's the story about the time the chick from Fresno Bulldogs tried to set me up and have me killed.